Reading a book is part of life. It is quite special because it brings you into a world of imaginations. You become the artist, the set director, and the fashion designer. You can be anything in that world except the author. Read a Book Day is a perfect day to get lost in a good book. The goal is not only to celebrate literature, but above all to find the time to read a book in one day. It is also a great day for encouraging others to read books and raising awareness about them. After all, there are many benefits that are associated with reading books. Studies have shown that adults who spend time reading tend to take part in activities over their lifetime that are more mentally stimulating when compared to those who don't, as well as showing a slower cognitive decline. According to the chairperson at the Zaccheus Onumba Dibiaezue Memorial Library in commemoration of this day, the reading culture of youths are poor, a phenomenon she attributed to the death of libraries in the continent.
What would you have to say about the reading culture of Nigerian youths today?
I think the reason is has a lot to do with the availability of books, because obviously to read you have to have a book. And I think the death of libraries is a function of the lack of avid reading among not just the youth, the Nigerians in general.
When asked about the invention of social media and audiobooks and its effect on reading culture, she leaned towards the opinion that some tools have expanded reading culture in cultures that imbibe reading. She, however, mentioned that poor internet and free Wi-Fi availability are hindrances to the effective tools despite being accessible.
I think social media and audiobooks is everywhere. It's people in cultures that have always read still read. So I don't think it's actually affected the way people read. I think the general availability of resources of all sorts on the internet possibly has enhanced reading, because you are able to download books that you will not be able to find either in a library or in a bookshop. In a few instances, you would be able to download it freely, so you would be able, you would have a book to read.
She also spoke on the maintenance culture of a library system in Nigeria. Her final comments were on finding genres and picking books that one finds interesting. As the reading culture reduces in the country, let's hear what some Nigerian youths have to say.
I read books on my phones, e-books and physical. Bruno and the Clerks and other stories. I buy books physically. Not every youth wants to read books that much anymore. Most of the time they feel they go into other things. So the reading culture of Nigeria is really low. But it would be a nice thing if they should really take it up that much. Because always reading books enlightens people that much.
I normally come to the library to read maybe 5 hours, 8 hours in a day. But majorly why I do read at the library is to have comfort. Because most of the time when I'm at home reading, it gives me difficulties of having so much stress of reading and all that. So I basically believe in coming to the library to read basically.
Reading is not just another boring stuff. It can be if you're learning to be an avid reader. Like you've heard, find what works for you and enjoy your reading experience.